Hello everyone and welcome to the part 2 of the mini course. As I promised, in this part we will talk about the QM setup in full detail and trading QM levels like a pro. Okay, so in this video we will cover how the setup actually looks like and different confirmations, precise entry, which is very interesting, and also the art of combining it with other concepts. And ultimately we're going to have some live trades, and then we're going to have a full recap of what we learned. So we're going to cover the QM setups fully in this video, so make sure you hit that like button, okay, and watch this video till the end because that's super interesting. So let's get it started. We're going to start this off with the QMR level in lower time frame. Okay, so basically the QMR is the same QM level. Okay, the R here stands for reverse, so this means QM reversal. So this is how it goes. This is the market going up, retracement, and this is the ABC. Okay, so you already know what ABC is, so I'm not going to explain it again. Okay, this is ABC, and then all of a sudden we break the previous low, so it creates us the QMR level. After breaking this low, then we will have QM. Before breaking that, there's not going to be anything called QM. Okay, so if we don't break this yet, it's not going to be the QM level yet. So then after having the QM level, the price will go here and drop. Okay, so we will talk about that in full detail, so I'm not going to jump into that. So this is also same for the buy. After breaking the previous swing, we will have the QM level created. This is ABC to the downside, and this is the previous swing, or we can call it a base as well. All right, then we will have this area activated for going potential buy trades. Okay, so this is the setup we will see in the lower time frame, and then we will have the higher time frame confirmation for perfect winning ratio. So you see this in 1 minute chart and you are like, okay, I will take this trade, but how you can have one more confirmation for your trade? We will use a higher time frame confirmation for that. Okay, it means that you will go to the 3 minute chart and you have to find your confirmation. If you see the confirmation, this is safe to take your trade. If you don't see your confirmation, you just avoid the trade. Okay, so now what is the confirmation? Pretty simple. What is this? This is an engulfing pattern. This is a bearish engulfing pattern. Everybody knows that this is engulfing. And if you see this at the 3 minute time frame, and if you switch to the 1 minute time frame, you see the QMR setup, which means that you can take this trade. This is a higher time frame confirmation. Okay, so when you see this at the 3 minute time frame, which means that every single candle is 3 minutes, you can count on this QMR setup. Okay, so you go to the 1 minute time frame again and you wait for the price to come up. When the price comes here, you enter the trade and the price will drop. Okay, and the way it looks at the 3 minute time frame is pretty interesting. Okay, so you already know that this is the retracement point for this engulfing pattern, right? And this retracement point is exactly lined up with this entry for us. All right, that sounds interesting, right? So the candle is going to move like this. It goes up to the QM level. In this case, this is exactly the QM level, this level right here. Okay, it goes up here, we enter the trade, and then it comes down and close, okay, with this shadow. This is how it looks like at the higher time frame. And now you can understand that every single concept and every move in the market has a reason. Okay, so this shadow right here has a reason because it wants to pick up the sellers up here at the QM level. So now I want to show you this shadow as a green line, just like this one. This is exactly this one. And then after that we have sellers in the market as and then we will come with this candle. I draw this with green. I want you to visualize this in your mind, that this green right here, it's exactly this shadow going up for this retracement point of this pattern okay, and then drops because of this QM. All right, this is how it looks like when you're trying to take your trade with higher time frame confirmation. Okay, we have also the same for the buyers. Okay, let me just clean this up. This is the buy setup, exactly like the previous one. And now at the higher time frame, in this case at the 3-minute time frame, we will see that we have an engulf. Okay, then the price comes down here to this QM level and then goes up, and exactly at the higher time frame we see this one. Okay, that's how you can confirm your trade. Okay, now you might ask, okay, so should we necessarily see this candle after the engulf? No, it's I don't mean that you exactly should see a hammer. What I'm trying to say is, oh, hold on. What I'm trying to say is, if I go back, okay, so you are trying to enter right here, and this candle comes down here, it pricks you up, okay, and then it might go up and close some like this as a I don't know, red one. Okay, it doesn't matter. The only thing matters is here. We go for our trade here, and it's closed somewhere here. We go for 2 or 3 minutes, right? So it doesn't matter what candle we're gonna get. The only thing matters that we have the perfect entry, and we win the trade. That's it. So I will also show you the lower time frame precisest entry as a lower time frame confirmation. So basically for these advanced setups that I'm trying to show you, we have both higher time frame and lower time frame confirmations. Okay, so this is about the higher time frame confirmation for QM buy. All right, now let's see a couple of examples. All right, you see this QM. It's pretty obvious. Look at this, A, B, C to the upside. All of a sudden we broke this, and then QM level activated. It comes up, picks up the sellers, and boom. Okay? The market is full of these QM levels. All right? Look at this. Is this still QM level? Yes, it is. A, B, C to the upside, broke this, and then came down. All right? Is this a QM level? Yes. Came down. But you know what? If I zoom in here, you see this ABC to the downside. This is like a extra point. You already know ABCs have strong supplies. Okay, I will give you this trade, as ABC break in this video. So you just have to wait for it. When we break this, we expect sellers, and now if you look, you also have the QM level right here, so it's a double confirmation for taking this trade. And also we have this gap up as well. I will give you all of this in today's video. Don't worry about that. Okay, so for now, just focus on this QM. You see how it is? 1 minute time frame, and how this looks like at the higher time frame. We want to get the higher time frame confirmation. Okay, let's see if we have that. All right, you see that this is 3-minute time frame. If you look at here, this is 3-minute chart. Cisco OTC, this is exactly the same chart. Okay, you see this engulf as higher time frame, and then when the market comes up, it rejects from here because it's a QM level in 1 minute time frame. Okay, of course we might have some setups that they don't have the higher time frame they don't have the higher time frame confirmation, but they still work. But we don't care about them because we want to take the best possible trades. We don't care if that's going to work. If it's still not a good trade for us if you don't have the confirmation. So don't confuse that. All right, so let's go to the next example. Oh my god, look at this. This is also a QM, right? This is also a QM, but do we have the confirmation? Let's check the confirmation. Do we see any engulf here? No, we don't. We don't see any engulf. Should we take this trade? Should we still count on the trade? Should we? No, we don't, because we don't have the confirmation. Okay, this is very important, guys. Okay, so this is about the confirmation for the QM setups. Now, we're just going to move on and talk about some other topic, which is still related to the QM, okay? It's fast retest or late retest. QM setups, they are either fast retest or late retest. And now, what do I mean by late retest or fast retest? Look at this. We have this A, B, C, and then we break this, okay, QM level activated, and we are waiting for price to come up and take our sell trade. But look what price does. It comes up, reject again, comes up, and again rejects, okay, comes up, creates ABC to the downside, it goes up again. It's just playing around. It's playing around. It's not coming up super fast. It's not coming up like the previous example, very straightforward. It came up and then rejects. We enter the trade, okay? And now the market is just playing with us. It's not coming down. It means that it's late retest. It's gonna come up eventually, but it's super late. It's a late retest setup. It created, oh my God, look at this. It created this QM buy right here. It's the QM level, and then it came up, okay? So what it's trying to tell you is that all the market movements are basically switching between the setups, between buy and sell setups. So the market is always moving, okay? The market is not gonna stop. Never. It's not gonna stop. It's just constantly moving between the setups, and the trader, it's just taking advantage of the familiar movements of the market in their advantage and making money, okay? So in this case, market came up, but pretty late, right? Some people take this trade, some people don't. I suggest you just not count on the late retest QMs. But the fast ones, look at this. A, B, C, and then we break. We have the QM level activated. It comes up pretty straightforward. It comes up pretty fast. We checked it, 3-minute time frame for the confirmation of engulf. We get the trade and boom. This is fast retest, and this is late retest. We also, I also want to show you some examples of that. Okay, look at this. This is a late retest QM, okay? Late retest. What about this one? Is this a late retest or is it a fast retest? We could say, if it was fast retest, it should break at this point and then come up and then drop. That would be fast, but for now, it's just a late retest. But should you take this? It depends. If you can add up other setups, for example, engulf needs retracement. It's one confirmation for this QM to take this. After checking the 3-minute time frame, okay? After checking the 3-minute time frame for the engulf, if you have that, and you see that it's late retest, okay? And then you have this ABC to the downside, so you know that this is a supply area, okay? So it's another confirmation to taking this sell right here. And also, this is a red, green, red, green, red. So we have 3 confirmations for taking this trade, even though this is late retest, right? So it really depends on the trader and what you see on the chart. For example, if you don't see any confirmation, and this is only the QM confirmation for taking this, don't take it, okay? What we're trying to do is having the best possible winning ratio. We're not trying to gamble, or we're not trying to trade based on the luck, all right? Can you use the trend lines as confirmation as well? Hell yes. You can use the trend line as the confirmation as well, and it's pretty strong confirmation for a QM to work out, okay? Look at this. Can you count on the trend line confirmation for this Q? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Let's say this is the QM, and now the market is here, and you also have the trend line as well. And previously also it was a QM. This is the most highest win rate possible for QM setups, okay? So you can have the trend line as well for the confirmation, all right? So let's go to the next example. Okay, do you see any QM here? Just pause the video and answer the question. Do you see any QM here? Yes, you see. So The first one right here. See that? Comes up here and then boom. The second one right here comes up here and boom. Are they fast retest or late retest? They both are fast retest. We have another QM here. Can you see that? We have another QM here. Can you see that? Yes, you can. This is a QM. This is also a QM. Okay? You see that it's reacted from here one time, and now we are waiting for price to come down here to react from here as well. We also have the sellers entry as a trend, so if we can combine and the price is going to come here exactly here, if you know the pace is pretty nicely coming down and it lining up with this buyer's entries trend line and this QM, and also if we have the higher time frame confirmation as an engulf, we can take it this trade for sure. Okay, imagine having a trend line as well. That'd be sick. Okay, this is another example of QM. Now look at this. Do you see any QM here? Just pause the video and look for QMs. Okay, look at this. Is this a QM? ABC to the downside. We broke the previous swing and now boom. Is this a fast retest or late retest? It's pretty fast. Okay, what about this one? Is this a fast retest or late retest? That's pretty obvious. It's a late retest QM. What about this one? Came here, bounced for 2 or 3 minutes. Is this a fast retest or late retest? It's pretty fast. Okay, it's pretty fast. Okay, now look at this example, guys. I was thinking of an idea to show you the 1 minute time frame and the 3 minute time frame at the same time, and then I came with this idea of playing them side by side. Okay, so it means that we have same chart here, which is gold in this case. It doesn't matter which chart is, we just need a chart. Okay, it doesn't matter which chart is. It can be Euro USD, it can be AUD CHF. Okay, it doesn't matter. The only thing matters is this is 1 minute time frame and this is 3 minute time frame. Okay, so as you'll remember, we will look for setup at 1 minute time frame, and then we will look for confirmation, which is an engulfing pattern, okay, at the higher time frame, which in this case is 3 minute time frame. Okay, so now I will play them together and you will see the both setup and the confirmation at the lower time frame and higher time frame. Okay, so please focus on both of them and see how they move. I will play it again if you missed that, if I missed that, or if you missed that, but please focus. Okay, so look at this. Let me just, yeah. Okay, now I played that. You see that we are going up here. We don't see any setup, and this is a 3 minute. Okay, it's coming down. Okay, it broke this. We have this QM. Hold on. Oh my God. All right. So now it's interesting. Look at this. This is the QM setup, right? And what was the confirmation? An engulfing pattern. Do we have the confirmation? Yes. Do we have the setup? Yes. Where's the setup? The setup is at our entry. All right. So now let me adjust this one a little bit. Okay. Now look at this one. Let me just look at this. If I move this box, it also moves at this other chart. So it means that it's same chart and they are basically related to each other. Okay. Now look at this engulfing pattern. I will play this one by one. Okay. I will play this. Okay, now look at that. Okay. Okay, you see that? This is why we're taking a confirmation for our setup. Okay. Now you have an idea why is that. Do you remember, like, if you flash back to the episode number 4, I guess it was 5 or 4, I don't remember, but we were talking about the patterns and I told you that every single concept in this course, they are related somehow to each other, okay? And now you will understand why I say that. Do you remember how many type of engulfs did we have? This is the good one, right? And now, if we want to take an engulfing trade on this chart, and forget about this one. If we want to take a trade on this chart, is this a takeable trade? Yes, it is. Is this the same trade as this QM level at lower time frame? Yes, it is. So basically, this QM right here is happening inside of this engulfing pattern. Okay? Is that clear? Now I think you have an idea what's happening, okay? So let's just play it. Okay, that's very interesting because if you look at here, we have another setup, one of those, we have another advanced setup here. This is called SPR. This is what you will learn after the QM setup, so please don't confuse. Yeah, I just saw that. I thought it's better to tell you. So look at this. This is SPR, okay? You will learn that. Don't worry about that. So I want to show you that the 3-minute time frame of this setup, okay? Of this setup. Look at this. What is this pattern? This is an evening star, right? So based on the patterns, based on what you learned at the episode number 4, is this trade takeable? Is this candle takeable? If you forget this chart, yes, it is. So is this trade basically the same SPR trade at the lower time frame? Yes, it is. So we have also confirmation for this setup. So basically we have 2 setups, high win rate setups, back to back. Can we add more confirmation? Do you remember the trend lines episode? This is the trend line, okay? This is the trend line. And you have the trend line confirmation as well. You already know how to draw your trend line and different conditions, right? All right. So it's pretty clear that that's why, I'm asking you to, I know you're probably so interested to just start trading on real markets as soon as possible, but please trust me and learn all the concepts, all the methods, everything, and practice. Let that information sink in. Then you will move on to the real market. So please take your time, okay? Take your time. I'm not going to let you go to the real market yet. So, we have to practice first and learn everything fully. And then you will slowly start, doing it yourself, okay? So yeah, that's it. Let's go back to the slides and let's go to the next. I think we're gonna go for let's go to the next setup. I think we're gonna go for no, we're gonna go so let's go back to the slides and we're gonna go to the next topic. For now, we just understood how what the higher time frame confirmation is as an engulf, and then we had the 1 minute. We have set up on 1 minute. We have confirmation at the 3-minute, and now how we can have the best optimized entry as grand entry at the lower time frame. Okay, so we are analyzing the market multi time frame. Okay, that's pretty tough. Please listen to this part carefully. Okay, now it's time to learn how to have a very precise entry at the lower time frame. I call this grand entry. You can call it whatever you want. Okay, it doesn't matter. So as you can see, it has 3 steps, basically taking any sort of setups you will learn in this advanced market structure episode. You can apply these 3 steps to all of them, okay? It's not always about QM, okay? In this example, I'm showing you the QM, all right? So the first thing, you have to see the setup, right? So we have setups time frame for in the 1 minute time frame. And you see that the price has been coming up, and all of a sudden, as you all know now, we broke the previous swing here. So we have the QM level activated, right? So we draw the QM level just like this. Easy, right? So now we need to go to the step number 2, which is higher time frame confirmation. All right, higher time frame confirmation will happen in 3 minute time frame usually. All right, so you already know how it is, right? So in order to have the higher time frame confirmation, you should have this QM forming inside of a 3 minute time frame engulfing pattern. So patterns also came into this game. Okay, so all the things are basically related. Okay, now we got the confirmation. What is this step number 3? Step number 3 is having a precise entry when the price comes up here. The precise entry is going to be happening inside of this zone, okay? If this is the shoulder, of this QM, the precise entry is going to be here. All right, so let's see. You see that? This is the setup happening inside of this engulfing pattern. So we got the step 2 higher time frame confirmation. Now it's time to go for step 3. Step 3 basically will happen in 30, 15, 10, and 5 second like a time frame. You will go, switch the time frames until you find the entry, and I will tell you what it is. So now this is the same zone as this one. This is the same zone. Since we have been going to the lower time frame, it seems bigger, right? Because we are in the lower time frame now. So it's the same zone as this, okay, as this. So if you go to the, for example, if this is 15 second or 10 second or 5 second, time frame, and this is the same zone, we will look for supplies here, okay? And now you have to flash back to the previous episode, which we talked about the basic supply and demand, all right? So the basic supply and demand right here, as you'll know, is this one, right? So we're going to draw the supply and just wait for the price to come up. So if you draw this, you can switch to 1 minute time frame again, so you can see the candles remaining time as well, or you just can wait and the same time frame as, it doesn't matter what time frame you're waiting, you just have to have this zone drawn and see it on the chart. Eventually the market will come up, okay? The candles will come up. It might have a reaction from this QM's shoulder because it's already, a very nice entry, right? We are trying to enter at the precise entry. So it can have a reaction from this, and it might even start dropping from now and you miss this. Okay, it's also possible. So you shouldn't go mad about that, all right? But we're still gonna wait for this to come up. Okay, this candle is coming up, we are getting ready, and boom, it does a shadow, and from the next candle, it starts dropping. So where is going to be the entry? The entry is basically on this shadow. And since this is lower time frame, the trade is going to basically close, I don't know, somewhere down here, right? That's how you find your, I will show you live market example. Don't worry about that. Whatever setup I show you, I also give you examples of that on the live chart, so don't worry about that. So now you have an idea about detecting the setup, higher time frame confirmation, and lower time frame entry. So what if we don't have a proper supply at the lower time frame? None of that. Okay. For example, if you don't see your proper supply in none of these time frames, then you just don't take the trade. That's it. That's simple. If you don't see this engulf at the higher time frame, then you don't take the trade. Okay? If you don't see the setup at the 1 minute time frame, then you will not have a trade. That's very simple. So now at the higher time frame, it's gonna look like this. So if you take your trade right here, your entry is going to be exactly right here at this rejection, and the candle is going to close down here, and your trade and the lower time frame is going to close down here. And for 1 minute also, you will have a couple of candles down here. All right, this is going to be the setup, and this is how it looks. I will show you a lot of examples. Don't worry about that. But the thing about this is when you understand the market movement and basically combine it with the basics of market structure, and supply and demand and patterns and the trends, and strong and weak level detection and strong and weak candles detections and breakout trading and doji breaks and 5-second confirmation and all that stuff. If you store them in your mind and have them and basically try to play with this puzzle with all the concepts you have learned, you will have crazy results. That's guaranteed, okay? So now, let's go. I'm going to show you a very nice example on the live freaking chart. Let's just go to the chart right now. Okay, so let's find some examples on the live chart for you. Oh, okay, so we got this QM level right here. If I open the pen. Okay, come on, boy. All right, so I open my pen, and now you see that this is a QM, right? This is so obvious that you're gonna have a reaction from this QM level. Okay, so now let's check for confirmation. Let's mark the entry first, like this. This is the entry. And now we're going to go to the 3-minute time frame for checking the confirmation. Okay, you don't see the confirmation at the 3-minute time frame. You don't see any engulf. But if you go to the 5-minute, you will see the engulf. Okay, so this is another point. When you have, when you don't see your confirmation on 3-minute, you can go for the 5-minute. But don't go more than that, okay? Because that way, the setup is going to be bigger, okay? Because the market is moving in layers. For example, this is 5-minute chart, right? Again, you see another QM level. So if you want to confirm this bigger QM, you can check the higher time frame, okay? You can check the higher time frame, which we don't see engulf right here, okay? But now we are focusing on the 1-minute QM, okay? So this is the 1-minute QM right here. We want to check if we can find a precise entry or not. Let's go to 30-second. Okay, and 30-second, we see this doji right here. So this is the first entry we can have on this. Let's change the color to blue. Okay, so now let's go even lower. Let's see if we can find more optimized. And yes, you see this rally, base rally right here. As I said, the market is basically moving in layers, and everything is perfectly lining up when it comes to markets movement. Okay, so now my entry is going to be at this the red one, the red box. Okay, so this is a QM. So we find the entry at the lower time frame, we check the confirmation at the higher time frame, and now we're just going to wait for market to come down. Okay, let's wait. I will take a couple of trades for you. And this is another QM. You see that? You can check it for the confirmation. Oh, this is 15-second. So let's just wait for this one to come down. I know that it's going to react it from this area first, but finally it will come down, okay? Let's see. I will take 2 trades on this setup. Yes, it's coming down. This is the 30-second doji, okay? This is the doji as first rally, base rally. It might react from here and then go up, but we prefer to have the best possible entry, okay? Okay, it's coming down. Okay, it's reacting from the QM's shoulder here. Let's see. Yeah, it's reacted exactly from the green area. Okay, we are getting reacted from this, but it hasn't touched the red zone yet. We're trying to be super concise, super precise, okay? Otherwise, we would enter at this green area. So, okay, I will enter right at this green area. Let's see what will happen. Let's see if we're gonna win this trade. Look at this entry. That's crazy entry. But if you compare it at the lower time frame, it's a logical entry. Okay, it's not a bad entry compared to the lower time frame. All right, let's see what the result's gonna be. But you know, if this candle was touching this red area, that'd be amazing. I know it's gonna be winning trade. Okay, it's not a bad entry. But if you're looking at the 1 minute chart, that looks a bad entry. Okay, but yeah. This is also the 5-second confirmation. I put my trade right after that. I could put my trade right after this inverted hammer because it's a reversal sign. But you know, I'm looking for this green area. Okay, normally it would come down, but you know, at this example, it little played with us, no problem. We'll just wait and see what will happen. Okay, it reacted exactly from the shoulder, but you know, it would come down. So let's see if there's any other. Oh, there's a QM. You see that? We can also check that, but let's see if we're gonna have the entry here. All right. For example, if this candle comes and closes here, that's gonna be amazing. But I didn't do that. Okay. So let's check this QM. Let's see if we have the confirmations at the lower time. Oh, coming down. Let's go. I entered right here. Okay, at this red area. Let's go to the 15-second. I want to show you the importance of the right supply and demand. Okay, this is the demand right here. And I entered exactly at this red area. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we have 15 seconds left. This candle should be green. All right. And if you go to the 1 minute, you will see that how beautiful it's going to close above that. Okay, that's it. There we go. Okay, so I want to check this right here for you, this QM right here. Let's go to the, let me just make this somehow. Okay, let's go with yellow. Let's check the confirmation in the 3 minutes. Oh, do we have an engulf? This is a beautiful confirmation, and we have the engulf. Okay, so basically we have this QM. You see these shadows? These are all for a reason. Okay, we have these shadows like this. Look at this. And then we broke this swing with this engulf, and then the market's gonna come up, and then boom. Okay, this is the basically the formation for the QM. Okay, as you remember at the first episodes, I told you that the market, how the market actually moves. Okay, please also study the basic market structure. You will understand it better. Okay, so here let's look for lower time frame entry. I see our trade was here, bro. That's so, I mean, that's beautiful. The market's movements is so beautiful if you pay enough attention to detail. All right, for now we have this one. Look at this. For now we have this one. Let's go with this color. Let's go to 10 seconds. Let's see if we can have better entry. Okay, another one right here that has, you know, better entry. Basically, we are looking for an entry closer to the shoulder. Okay, if this white area is the shoulder at the 1 minute time frame. Okay, if the white area is the shoulder at the 1 minute time frame, we want the closest entry at the lower time frame. to the shoulder. Okay, so this is the closest area. Basically the trade is going to be taken somewhere here. Okay, so if we're going for 1 minute, or let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, if we go for 1 minute, we would win the trade down here. Okay, and that's the lower time frame entry for this one, right? The market is like, it's exactly like a puzzle. Okay, I want, you know, at the end of this course, I want you to feel the market in your blood. Okay, I'm not joking, bro. It's exactly like that. And all the time frames are basically matched together as a puzzle. Okay, I wish I could show you that at the live. Look at this. This is a QM buy, right? But at what time frame? 10 seconds. Let's go to the 15. Where was it? Oh, there we go. So let me just draw something here so we don't lose that. I mean, we don't miss that. Okay, this is the QM right here. Let's go to the 30 second and 1 minute. There we go. We have this engulf at 1 minute, and this creation of this QM right here is inside of this engulf. Okay, so we have the higher time frame confirmation, and also look at this. It's not always for 1 minute and 3 minutes. It can be a QM level, which the confirmation is in 1 minute, and the setup itself, it is in the lower time frame, like 15 second, not 50. Yeah, this is the setup. And you can even look for this for precise entry, but since we don't have less than 5 second, time frame, we cannot really go like deep down, but it's possible. Okay, it's possible. All right, do you see any rally-based rally here? Yes, you do. Look at this. Hold on a second, boys. This is the rally-based rally that the market closest to the shoulder. Okay, you could consider this one, but you know, you should prefer, you know, like a simpler one. Like you see crazy gaps here, so you know it's better to consider this one. It's also not consumed. If you look at this one, this right here, if you consider this one, it's consumed with this candle. It came down here, it picked the buyer, so there's you know, empty from order. There's no order, but the main orders are down here. The market comes here, boom. Okay, that's another thing about the market's movement and market's advanced structure. And you already know that the market moves in layers. Okay, market moves in the layers. You have to feel how the market moves. Okay, I will try you know, to make you understand the whole thing. Okay, this is just what I'm trying to say is the whole like market structures and the patterns and everything. For example, if you have seen the patterns episode, you already know how they are dependent. Okay, what we're looking for confirmation here is basically an engulfing pattern, right? And you already know how we trade engulfs. Okay, this is exactly how we would take this trade in the patterns approach. Okay, yeah, I hope it's clear, because that's very beautiful. Even I'm explaining it, I'm still excited. Okay, it makes me excited because that's pretty nice. Oh, look at this. What setup is this? Look at this. It's 3 minute time frame, but look what we got here. Look what we got here. See how beautiful this setup is? This is a SPR, okay? It's SPR. See that? Came here, close here, boom. That's the reality of market. But you need like you need a little bit of practice and playing with the market to really get that you know, get your eyes sharpened. Okay, if you get your eyes sharpened enough, you will see these like in a blink of an eye. Okay, so let's go to the 10 seconds. I'm trying to find precise entry for you for this setup. Look at this. This is beautiful, guys. Please spend your time, like at least 2 hours a day, just practice all these points. Okay? At the end of this course, you'll be crazy with this market. It's exactly like a puzzle, and you're trying to improve yourself at solving the puzzles. You see how this precise entry right here, the market came down here, rejected first, and boom. But the market was what? Was trying to create this QM, okay? After market coming down, and after that, you see that we have a beautiful SPR. Okay, hold on. We have a beautiful SPR here, so I'm looking for entry for my sell, okay? And then all of a sudden, you will see that it's also creating the QM. This is also a QM, okay? So you are like, okay, that's beautiful. Let's add one more trade right here, okay? Okay, so that's about the example. I will give you more examples. Don't worry about that. Okay, boys, look at this. This is a QM, right? So the way you draw this is like this. You have this QM, right? ABC to the downside, and then we broke the previous high, which creates and activates this QM level. So we draw the QM level, and now for multi-time frame entry, oh, look at this. We have another QM right here. You see that? How beautiful is that? This is a double QM, okay? For multi-time frame entry, you have to go to the lower time frame. Go to the 30-second first. Okay, you don't see nothing here. We want more details. Okay, so we go to the 15 seconds. All right, we still don't see anything. The very, like, look at this. We only see this one. So for now, our entry is going to be down here, okay? And what I mean by we want some detail, we want some ABC, okay? We want some demand. You already know what supply and demand, how to mark them, right? This is a demand area, for example. All the engulfings and drop-based drop or rally-based rallies, they are supply and demand. Or we need a doji for our entry. So still we don't see anything somewhere here, but we see something down here. So we go to the 10 seconds. Oh, we see, you know, exactly on the QM level, we see ABC. So the entry is going to be exactly this demand area right here, okay? So if we go, you see that it came here and then it bounced up. This is the example of the lower time frame entry if you want more precise entries and if you want to go more advanced. And about the double QM, look at this. This is the double QM, okay, created. And then we want to go to the lower time frame to see if we can find an entry for this one as well or not. Go to the 30-second. We don't see anything yet. All right. We see, look at this. We see a supply becoming demand. You see that? SPD. We see some SPD here. Let's go to the 10-second time frame. Oh, in the 10-second time frame, we have this ABC to the upside 2 times. You can either place this one as your entry or this one as your entry as the lower time frame confirmation, like entry. Okay. Now let's go back to the 1 minute. So your entry is going to be either here or here. Both of them is going to be winning trade if you go for 2-3 minutes. Okay, so that's about the lower time frame confirmation. And now at the live and the market, we can see an example of the RBS resistance becoming support. Strong resistance became support by this demand area. Okay, Guys, look at this. This is another example. I was just looking at the chart and all of a sudden I see this example. Okay, so how many QMs you see on this chart? How many QMs? Look closer. We have two QMs right here. One is this one, okay, which is running right now. Another one is this one, okay. ABC to the downside broke the previous swing. Do you remember how the QM forms, right? So here it's gonna be the QM shoulder for us. So where we're gonna look for the entry, first of all, let's check the higher time confirmation for each of them. I will start with this one just to see if they are having the higher time frame confirmation. I will draw this like that to see if it's gonna give me the higher time frame. Oh yeah, look at this beautiful engulf. Okay, so the setup is inside of this engulf. Okay, now I will go to the 1 minute and you see that we have the QM in 1 minute. Let's see if we're gonna have a very nice entry. Okay, let's go. This is a Doji King for us. For now, it's a pretty big zone, so let's go to the lower time frame to see if we can. Oh yeah, we have a rally-based rally, just like that. This is how we draw the entry. Okay, so the next time price comes down here, you enter right here when you increase this for 1 plus 1, so the close of the trade is with the closing of the next candle. Okay, that's why we take actually 2-minute trade on this one. You can also take rejection trades, just like just when the candle came into the zone, you can just enter the trade and your trade is going to close on this candle, on the same candle. But normally you should have 2-minute trade. You can see it yourself. Okay, so when you take 2-minute trade, your trade is going to close on this one. All right. Yeah, so this is about the first QM. Another QM we have is exactly right here. So if I draw this zone for this one as well, the key for mastering this is just practice and combination. So we have the engulf right here as a 3-minute confirmation, as a higher time frame confirmation. So let's go look for entry. Let's see if we're gonna have a very nice lower time frame precise entry. Not yet. So for now, the only way is down here, but it's not a rally-based rally, so I'm not gonna, it's not safe. Okay, we found the rally-based rally just inside of the shoulder. So we draw this and our entry is gonna be inside of this rally-based rally. So if I go to the 1 minute again, you see that even if we were trading rejection, you would still win. If we were going for the 2 minute, you would still win. Okay, so that was just another example of QMs. Okay, everybody, now I decided to bring you a very nice QM exploration here. I want to show you, so many QMs here, and there's gonna be some, practice for you. Okay, so if you go to the 3-minute time frame, you'll see that this is basically a higher time frame ranging market. This is a QM, this is a higher 3-minute ranging market. And if you go to the 1 minute, you will find a lot of QMs. Okay, so when you're trying to find QM trades, it's better to go for higher time frame ranges and then go to the lower time frame, and you will see a lot of QMs with a lot of higher time frame confirmations. Let me just my internet connection is so fucked up. I'm sorry about that. All right, so there's a lot of QMs. Oh, there's actually another one here. I'll go to the 1 minute. Let's see. Yeah, there's gotta be, yeah, that's another QM. Oh my goodness. There's just a lot of QMs. This is a sell one. There's gonna be another one as a buy. Okay, I'm sorry about my voice. Yeah, so which one was that? I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, this one right here. So now I draw all of these QMs for you. Okay, it should be more than that, but still I will just check these. Okay, and I will show you one by one if which one of them were takeable and which one you should avoid. Okay, we will take the higher time frame confirmations for these. Okay, so now if you look at here, this is a QM sell here. Okay, why? Because you see that A, B, C, and then broke the previous swing, and then we come here and then drop. Okay, so these are all QMs A, B, C, and then we broke this, then we come down here and boom. Okay, and again here, hold on. Oh yeah, sorry, it's this one basically. Yeah, A, B, C, broke the swing and then go up and then drop. Okay, so these are all basically A, B, C, broke the swing, come up, drop. And again, get this A, B, C, broke the swing, come down. Basically coming down happens here. Yeah, and again, A, B, C, go up, come down, come up, and boom. There's another QM here. You might ask, oh, Dr. Grant, there's a QM which didn't work. Why didn't you draw that? Yeah, I'm just going to draw it right now. Yeah, this QM didn't work. We will check the confirmations for all of them, okay? Don't worry about that. So here, there's another QM, A, B, C to the upside, and then boom down, another one here, okay? Another one, A, B, C to the downside. We go up, we come down at this point, and then we go up again. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, that's just enough. Let's just go to the higher time frame. I'm gonna check all of them. Okay, so I'm gonna just go blue, green, yellow. Let's check these three first. Oh, to the M3. Look at this. Does it have the engulf? Yeah, let me just check this. I don't know where the entry is. This one, I'm sorry. Okay. I try it very precisely. So I should try it precisely so I can see that we actually had the QM, like the engulf or not. Okay, we basically didn't have engulf for this one. Okay, the entry is basically on this candle. It worked, but we don't have the engulf, so it's not takeable. What about this one? Do we have engulf for this one? The entry is going to be here. Do we have the engulf? Yes, we do, so we can take this trade. Okay, so this one has worked. What about this one? Does it have an engulf? Yes, it has. And then we take our trades on this one. What about this one? Does it have an engulf? Here, no, it doesn't have that, so we don't take that. What about this one? Yes, it has the engulf, so you see that? It's gonna be like this, and this is the sell QM right here. What about this one? There's a QM sell, okay? That's the QM that you thought I didn't count it, but I draw it later, okay? We should see, I'm pretty sure that you don't know which QM is this. So I'm gonna go with pink for this one, and then I will go to the 1 minute time frame just to confirm that, okay? Yes, this is the QM that it didn't work, and now you see why it didn't work. Okay, because it doesn't have the higher time frame confirmation. Does this one have the higher time frame confirmation? Yes, it has. So it worked here. You see that the price came here and then dropped. What about this one? This one also this one also worked. Look at this one. But do we have the engulf? No, we don't, so we don't take this. Okay, do we have an engulf for this one? It worked. Yes, we do. Look at this. What about this one? This one basically didn't work. And oh yeah, there's gonna be a point that I'm gonna tell you right now. Let's just go blue for this one for now. Yes, it's the last one. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame. You'll see that this one right here, it worked slightly, but you know, it crossed first and then dropped. So basically we could lose this trade if it's a very if you're going for 1 minute, you probably win this trade on this candle. But if you go for 3 minutes, you probably lose. 4 minutes lose. 5 minutes would win. But the reason behind this is because if you go to the 3 minute time frame, you will see that this candle basically it's an engulf. But do you remember the patterns episode? I talked about engulf and why it's not a good engulf here. Apart from that, this setup basically, it's in the shadow of the engulf, okay? So it's not accurate. It can work, but it's not accurate. About this one, it's not in the shadow of the engulf. About, for example, this one, this QM right here, you know, the box we have drawn is not in the shadow of the engulf. What about this one? This one also, we don't even have engulf here. What about this one? Is this an engulf? Yes, it's in the shadow of that. It's here or it's here. No, it's not. It's in the body of the engulf, so it worked. You see? So this is another point. So also remember, the better the engulf is, the higher probability of the QMs, the high probability for QMs to work. Okay, and the better the engulf depends on you mastering the patterns episode. Okay. So I didn't count how many of them won, how many of them had the confirmation. Basically, any of, like, let's go count them. This would win. I need some QMs which had the confirmation and lost. I don't think I see one. We have a QM with no confirmation and still win the trade, but we didn't see a QM with confirmation which didn't work. I don't see one. Basically, all the QMs with confirmation did work. Plus, there's some QMs with no confirmation which is still they worked. Okay, so another thing is that there's another way for finding QMs. Okay. It's basically reversing the process. For example, you find the setup first in 1 minute time frame, and then you go to the, normally you go to 1 minute time frame first, right? Then you go to the 3 minute time frame for finding the confirmation. But what about reversing the process? I mean, if you go to the 3 minute time frame and then look for engulf, and then go inside of that engulf and look for setup, you might find one. Okay, for example, you draw this here, you see that the price has been bounced. So I'm gonna just go and check why this price bounced at the lower time frame from there. Okay, so now you see why it bounced. This is a QM, right? This is a QM, and price actually bounced here because of the QM. You also have the psychological pattern here, if you remember. Another way of finding QM, basically finding the confirmation first and then go inside of that QM to find the setup. Okay, so I hope it was useful. I was trying to show you, how you can find the QMs easier, which the point is here, looking for QMs in higher time frame ranges, in this case in 3 minute ranges, and having higher time frame confirmation is very crucial. Also, you can use the lower time frame precise entry for better and very accurate entries. Okay, I'm really sorry about my voice. I got sick lately. Yeah, so yeah, that's it about this, and let's keep on. All right, now it's time for the art of combination. So the question is, can we combine QM trades with other concepts? So I would say, sure, you can. Of course you can, because candlestick chart is it has a very huge flexibility in terms of, different things happening in the market. So you might imagine that, okay, so QM level is something that basically rare. So how do I find something to combine? I will give you an example. For example, let's say you have a QM, right? And now the price is coming up. You have the QM level right here. So you see a doji here, and the next candle goes up and closes right on the, for example, the next candle is coming up and closes somewhere here. All right, let's say it closes up somewhere here. The next candle comes up and you find the lower time frame entry. You enter the trade, and it's already a doji break, right? So obviously it's a combination of QM and the doji break. This is how you're going to combine. And it's not always about doji. There's tons of things. Like it's been 5 years I'm trading, okay, and I've seen like very huge flexibility in this market in terms of different things happening you wouldn't even imagine. Okay, for example, look at this one. Yeah, this is the, yeah, you know, the majority of people don't even know the philosophy of naked chart trading because they look at it as something strict. Okay, it's not strict. It's super flexible, and I will show you how. So let's go have an example. Look at this. This is 1 minute time frame. All right. What do you see here? What do you see here? This is a red-green pattern, isn't it? It's a red-green pattern. That's simple. So when you have when you see this in the market, you're going to take this trade and you're like, okay, red-green pattern, it happens a lot, I will take this. But is that just because of the red-green pattern that this candle's being a red one? Of course not. So let's dive deeper into inside of this. Let's see what's happening inside of this. So we are now on 1 minute time frame, and we're gonna see what's happening in the 30-second time frame. Okay, now we are on 30-second time frame, which means that we dive deeper inside of those red-green patterns. We are now inside of those red-green patterns. What do you see here? A, B, C, break of the previous swing, and then QM level. And the trade was actually here. Okay, the trade was actually here. So let's go back to the 1 minute time frame again. This is the again 1 minute time frame, and look at this. Exactly like that. You know, it comes up, there's a QM level, and this is the trade. But every single person on the planet doesn't even think about that what is happening inside of that. And I'm not saying you always have to go inside of the some certain, I don't know, if you want to take a trade you have to go to the lower time frame. No, it's not like that. I'm just trying to make you somehow understand the market. Okay, what's the philosophy behind that? I'm not saying you have to just keep switching between the time frames. No, it's just only for QM levels and QM trading. I never switch between time frames. Like if you if you get into the mentorship, you will realize that I just teach and we take trades on 1 minute time frame. We don't even go to the lower time frame or higher time because, okay, we do not need that. And only for QM trading, because we have the confirmation at the higher time frame and the precise entry, if you want to, you have that in the lower time frame. That's the only concept that we switch between the time frames. Okay, so don't worry and don't confuse yourself that, oh, Dr. Grant is gonna just switch between the time frames. No, it's not like that. Okay, it's only for this concept, which is QM. Okay, so this is the QM at the lower time frame, but also a red-green pattern. So this is a very nice combination. Okay, so imagine instead of this red candle here, we had a pretty much a doji. Instead of this red candle, a doji. So it's still red-green pattern. Okay, let's say this was a doji. It's still red-green pattern, but also we have a doji break as well. Okay, it was still a QM at the lower time frame. It's still red-green pattern. It's also a doji break. So if we have a trend line as well, that's the super, that's super trade. Okay, I call that super trade. So this is the art of combination, and you will get to this level when you spend so much time, and oh, it's gonna happen over time. That's automatic. That's automatic. Okay, you cannot control that. And I will give you all the concepts, and you eventually you're going to get the art of combination. So that's it about this video. If you enjoyed, please drop a like for me, and if we get 900 likes on this video, we'll go for part 3, and I will go crazy with the part 3. Okay, maybe 900 is not that much. Let's say if we get 900 likes in the first week of publishing, this video, I will create the part 3. Okay, so yeah, this is the end of the mini course part 2. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, get this video 900 likes for part 3 in the first week after publishing that. And this is just an note for you that beside incredible financial aspects of trading, it will also help you to know yourself and even improve and be a stronger and smarter person in terms of detecting opportunities in your personal life. You know, the life itself is just you know, taking advantage of the opportunities and being patient. It also applies into the trading. That's very beautiful. And yeah, I hope it was a very nice video for you guys. And I will see you on Monday. We will have the introduction for the main mentorship. I hope I see you all there. Thank you for watching, and peace out.